Hello everyone! Welcome back to another English learning video. Today, we are going to improve our English with a short and simple story. Read every sentence and repeat after me. This method will help you improve your listening skills and pronunciation. Listen carefully. Do not worry about mistakes. Are you ready? A girl loses her umbrella on a rainy night, but she finds something she never expected. Do you want to know what happened? Then watch until the end. Let's begin the story.
My name is Mira. I am 24 years old. I live in Chicago. I work at a small design studio. I love rainy days, but I always forget my umbrella at home. This is the story about one rainy evening at the train station and the stranger who changed my life. It started on a normal Tuesday. The time was 6:30 p.m. I finished work late. I walked fast to the train station. The sky was dark. Thick clouds were everywhere. I said to myself, "Please do not rain. Please do not rain." Then it happened. Big, heavy drops fell from the sky. I ran. I reached the station just in time, but I was already wet. I stood under the small roof at the platform. Many people were waiting there too. I looked around. Everyone had an umbrella except me. I sighed and said quietly, "Of course." I forgot mine again. A voice next to me said, "You can share mine if you want." I turned around. A young man was standing there. He was holding a big black umbrella. He had kind eyes and a small smile. I said, "Oh, no, it's okay. I don't want to trouble you." He said, "It's not trouble. The platform is small. We are already standing close." I laughed a little. He was right. I said, "Okay, thank you." We stood together under his umbrella. The rain got louder, the wind got stronger. I asked, "Are you waiting for the express train too?" He said, "Yes, every day. My name is Daniel." I said, "I'm Mira. Nice to meet you." Daniel said, "Nice to meet you too, Mira." The train arrived. It was full of people. Everyone pushed forward. I said quickly, "Thank you for the umbrella, Daniel. I have to go now." I ran onto the train. The doors closed fast. I found a seat and sat down. I was breathing hard. Then I looked at my hand. I was still holding it, Daniel's black umbrella. I said, "Oh no." I looked out the window, but the train was already moving. Daniel was standing alone on the platform in the rain with no umbrella. I felt terrible. I thought, I have to give this back to him, but I did not have his phone number. I did not know where he lived. I only knew one thing: he took this train every day. The next evening, I finished work early. I went to the station and waited. I watched every person who walked in, but Daniel did not come. I waited for 1 hour. Then I went home. Still holding his umbrella, I tried again the next day. And the next day, Daniel was never there. I started to worry. I thought, what if something happened to him? What if he got sick in the rain because of me? One evening, it started raining again. I opened Daniel's umbrella and walked to the station. I decided to ask someone. There was a small tea stall near the platform. An old man worked there every day. I walked up to him. I said, "Excuse me, sir. Do you know a man named Daniel? He takes the evening train. He is tall, with short hair and kind eyes." The old man thought for a moment. He said, "Daniel." "Yes, yes. He always buys tea from me before his train, but I have not seen him this week." I said, "Do you know where he lives?" He said, "No, but he works at the bookstore on 5th Street. He told me once. My heart felt light. I said, "Thank you so much." I walked fast to 5th Street. I found the small bookstore. The lights were on inside. I opened the door slowly. A bell rang above the door. I looked around. Books were everywhere, on every shelf, on every table. Then I saw him. Daniel was standing behind the counter, reading a book. He looked up. His eyes went wide. He said, "Mira?" I smiled and said, "Hi, Daniel. I'm sorry it took so long." I held out the black umbrella. I said, "I think this is yours." Daniel laughed softly. He said, "I wondered if I would ever see this again." I said, "I looked for you every day at the station. Where were you?" Daniel said, "I hurt my leg the day after we met. I could not walk to the station, so I started taking the bus instead." I said, "Oh no. Are you okay now?" He said, "Yes, much better now. Thank you for asking." I gave him the umbrella. He took it, but he did not look happy. He looked a little sad. I asked, "Is something wrong?" Daniel said quietly, "No, it's just, I was hoping you would come back sooner. I thought about you a lot these days." My heart beat faster. I said, "I thought about you too. I felt bad that I took your umbrella and disappeared." Daniel smiled again. He said, "You can keep it, if you want, as a reason to come back." I laughed. I said, "I don't need a reason to come back. I would like to visit this bookstore again, and maybe see you too." Daniel's face turned a little red. He said, "I would really like that." From that day, I visited the bookstore every week. Sometimes I brought coffee. Sometimes he recommended books to me. We talked for hours about small things and big dreams. I learned that Daniel loved old mystery novels. He learned that I loved drawing in the evening. We were very different, but we understood each other well. One evening, I walked into the bookstore with 2 cups of tea. I saw Daniel talking to a woman near the counter. She was laughing loudly. She touched his arm and said something close to his ear. I stopped at the door. My chest felt tight. I did not go inside. I turned around and walked away. That night, I did not sleep well. I thought, maybe Daniel already has someone. Maybe I am just a friend to him. The next day, I did not go to the bookstore. Daniel sent me a message. He wrote, "Mira, are you okay? You did not come yesterday." I did not reply. I thought it was better to stay away. 2 days passed, then 3. On the 4th day, Daniel came to my design studio. I was very surprised. I said, "Daniel, how did you find this place?" He said, "You told me where you work, remember? I was worried about you." I said nothing. I looked down. Daniel asked softly, "Did I do something wrong?" I said, "I saw you with a woman at the bookstore. She looked very close to you." Daniel's eyes went wide. Then he laughed a little, but it was a kind laugh, not a mean one. He said, "Mira, that woman is my cousin, Sarah. She came to borrow some books for her son." I felt my face turn warm. I said, "Oh, I did not know that." Daniel said, I am sorry for the confusion, but I am also glad, in a strange way. I asked. Why glad? He said quietly, because now I know you care. You would not feel this way if you did not care about me. I smiled a small smile. I said, maybe you are right. From that day, things between us became easier. We talked more openly. We laughed more. I visited the bookstore almost every evening. But then, one rainy night, something happened that changed everything again. I was walking home from the bookstore. It was late, almost 9 p.m. The street was quiet. Most shops were closed. I took a shortcut through a small alley because it was raining hard and I wanted to get home fast. Halfway through the alley, a man stepped out from the shadows. He was tall and wore a dark hood. He said, "Give me your bag, now." I froze. My heart pounded. I said, "Please, I don't have much money." He stepped closer. I stepped back, but I hit the wall. I had nowhere to go. Suddenly, I heard fast footsteps. A voice shouted, "Hey, leave her alone." It was Daniel. He ran into the alley and stood between me and the man. The man looked at Daniel, then ran away into the dark street. Daniel turned to me quickly. He said, "Mira, are you hurt? Are you okay?" My hands were shaking. Tears filled my eyes. I said, "I am okay. I am just scared." Daniel held my shoulders gently. He said, "You are safe now." "I am here," I asked. "How did you know I was here? How did you find me?" Daniel said, "I saw you leave the bookstore. It was raining hard, and it was getting dark. I was worried, so I followed you at a distance, just to make sure you got home safely." I looked into his eyes. I said, "You followed me to protect me?" He said, "Yes, I could not let anything happen to you." My heart felt full. I said, "Daniel, thank you. Thank you so much." He said, "You don't have to thank me. I care about you, Mira. I have cared about you since that first rainy night at the station." I felt tears on my face again, but this time they were happy tears. I said, "I care about you too, Daniel. I have felt this way for a while, but I was scared to say it." Daniel smiled gently. He said, "You don't have to be scared anymore." He held my hand. We stood there in the quiet alley, in the soft rain, saying nothing more. We did not need words. He walked me all the way home that night. At my door, he said, "Good night, Mira. Lock your door and rest well." I said, "Good night, Daniel, and thank you again." From that night, everything felt different between us. We were closer. We understood each other more deeply. One evening, it started raining again while I was in the shop. Daniel looked outside and smiled. He said, "Do you want to share my umbrella again, just to be safe this time?" I laughed and said, "Only if you promise I won't lose it for 2 weeks," he said. "I promise. I'll hold it myself." We walked out together, under one umbrella, into the rain. The streets were quiet. The rain fell gently around us. I said, "Daniel, can I ask you something?" He said, "Of course." I asked, "Why did you offer to share your umbrella with me that first night? You did not even know me." Daniel thought for a moment. He said, "Honestly, I saw you standing there, cold and a little sad, and something told me I should help. I am glad I listened to that feeling." I smiled and said, "I am glad too." We stopped under a streetlight. The rain made soft sounds around us. Daniel looked at me and said, "Mira, I know we have only known each other for a few months, but I want you to know something." I said, "What is it?" He said, "I really like you, not just as a friend. I like you very much." My heart felt warm. I said, "I like you too, Daniel. I have liked you since that very first night." Daniel smiled the biggest smile I had ever seen from him. He said, "Then can I ask you to be with me, officially, as more than friends?" I laughed softly and said, "Yes, yes. I would like that very much." He held my hand tightly under the umbrella. We walked home slowly that night, not wanting the walk to end. That evening at the train station, many weeks ago, I lost my umbrella. But that small mistake gave me something far better. I found a kind heart. I found safety. I found love. I found Daniel.